Okay, we got this book going to the pressing system. So this is not my book. This is my friend's book. So he gave this to me to see if it needs a press and send off to CGC. So I'm going to show you this book. I think that we should press it. So it looks really good. So you can see the spine is pretty nice here. Is there a tick there? One? Maybe not. So that's got to be the art. I don't think that's a color break. So far you'd think we don't need a press, but there are just some little imperfections. Saw this later. There's a fingerprint between the E and the F. Unfortunately, that's no good. It can't come out. Can you see that? Even like that. Very small little finger indents and like a dent in the book there. I think there was another one that was pretty bad. Do you see that one? That one's actually got a little bit of a color break, I think, unfortunately. But I think we can make that look pretty good. And then let's flip this book over. So definitely this is a very hot book. It is Ultimate Fallout 4 First Miles Morales as Spider-Man. So very, very hot book. You can see the top edge there. We can make that a little bit better. See that there's tiny little things like that we can get out with a press. You see that? Like a dimple there. But the spine, it's got a spine tick, which that is a color breaking spine tick. So unfortunately nothing's going to come out. There's a tick, tick, tick. So that's about it, I think. Now let's just go over the rest of the back cover. I think that just like there, those kind of things can be pressed out. So a little bit there. There, can you see that? There's some right there, a little bit, I think. So we're going to press this one. So, it's going to be close. I think it's going to be 9.6, but I don't know if it's going to get to 9.8 because it has color breaking spine tick on the back, and there's a bunch of ticks. We see if we can get them out that are not color breaking. All right, let's see in the post pressing. All right, we got this this book that came out of the pressing system of Ultimate Fallout 4. So, like I mentioned before, I think that this is not my book, so I'm pressing this for someone. I'm going to point out that this book actually looks fantastic. This is all good. Everything turned out really well. The edges are great. The corner is sharp. So unfortunately, there's that right there. There's a fingerprint that can't do anything about. Actually, it's taken the ink off, the black ink. So hopefully CGC doesn't catch it. And you can see like that area there by Spider-Man, that little dent came out nicely. The little white circle looks good. That dent by Captain America there, it came out, but there was a tiny little color break. So you can still see the little color break, but maybe they might miss it. So hopefully they do miss it. And hopefully they miss that fingerprint as well. But I don't know about that. Unfortunately, I've seen books get really harshly dinged because of the fingerprint. You can see that color break too, so they might not miss it. Okay, let's look at the back. So the back had some imperfections. So this top there's a little something right along here, but it came out nicely. And then going down this spine, there was a little bit, but it's all good. So going along the bottom here, there was a little dent right around there. It's all gone. You can't see it anymore. going up the spine ticks are all gone except for that one little color breaking one. Can't even see it actually, but you can see the spine looks great now. Yeah, it looks really good. So I'm just trying to find that color breaking one, but so the rest of the back cover, it turned out great. So what do you think this one's gonna be? Yeah, it's a tough one. You can see the back cover, like everything looks great. So this is a tough one to grade. You know, I hope for my friend here that it's going to be a 9.8, but because of the fingerprint, I don't know. And there is that color break on the back spine, and there's a tiny color break on the front, so maybe 9.6. But I'm hoping they miss all this and that it's 9.8. What do you think? Please let me know your thoughts. Thank you very much. All right, we got this book back from CGC. This is not my book, my friend's book, but Ultimate Fallout #4. So you saw my concern with this book was the fingerprint. So I can't even see it now, but there's a fingerprint right there, I believe it was. So I thought it was going to be 9.6. It came back at 9.8. First appearance of Miles Morales. Crazy, crazy. That is an awesome grade. Alright, that completes the journey for this book. So please join me for another video. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.